Greetings, human life forms. I'm Neomeister. Welcome back to another NFL weekly news video. I'll be posting these every week, and as you can clearly see, if you watch the video tonight, I uploaded my last video of weekly news last week. So this week we'll be doing the same thing, going over the news that has happened over the past week. So, yeah, let's just get into it. So, we're going to start off with the unfinished news that, I'm going to be getting heard of in, like, an hour or so, because I'm doing this at, like, 3 o'clock. And, Tre'Davious White, that is a big problem right now. And, like, within this hour that I'm recording, Tre'Davious White is going to announce if he is going to opt out of the NFL season or not. So, I probably won't get to it in this because this is the only time I have available to record a video today. So, you guys are just going to have to bear with me. But, so, Tre'Davious White, let's talk about him and how important he is for this Bills team's success. In 2019, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. He had 6 interceptions, and he was considered the second best corner in the league. Not according to the players, but statistic-wise, he is the number 2 best cornerback in the NFL. So, he was obviously the best player on the Bills team last season. And coming into this season, if he stays the Bills, he'll be a big help. He's the reason why the Bills have a top 3 defense in the league. So if we have Tre'Davious White, basically all you have to do is just remember what I talked about in the Bills prediction video. But if the Tre'Davious White stays the Bills, they are going to win the division. Even without Tre'Davious White, I think they still have not as good of a chance, but I still think that they will win the AFC East. But it'll be much harder to win a playoff game without Tre'Davious White, because that's how big of a piece he is. Like, if we lose Tre'Davious White, we won't be a top 3 defense. We won't even be a top 5 defense. We'd probably be somewhere in the top 10 at that point, because he is an anchor for our defense. He is the reason why we have one of the best secondaries in the league. But this one person on Twitter did point out something, and that is Logan Ryan. He was number 60 on the top 100 players of 2020. He's a free agent. Nobody's looking at him. No one's talking about him. No one is thinking of picking him up. But if Tre'Davious White opts out, that's a good chance. I have a good feeling that we're going to be picking up Logan Ryan. That light, I think, just flickered, for the 2020 season at least. And if he plays well for us, he can most likely be our number 2 corner next to Tre'Davious White. But that'd be a lot of money. But we have a lot of money, so again, that I feel like that's going to happen if Tre'Davious White opts out. Logan Ryan. So, in other news, Vic Beasley, the player that played for the Falcons last year, don't know a position or anything he plays for. I haven't really looked into that yet, but he went to the Titans in free agency, and he has not been in contact with the Titans thus far. He has not been going to get tested thus far, and he's not reported to training camp thus far. And the Titans picked him up for a reason, to help out the Titans and to help hopefully get a better record than 9-7 this year. But without Vic Beasley on the Titans team, it's going to be a big problem for the defense. They're going to have to try and pick someone else up from free agency, or they're going to have to pick someone, like, put a backup in that position. which would really not be preferable for the Titans. The Titans would want Vic Beasley to be on that defense, and he's defense, right? I'm not being stupid or anything. Yeah, whatever. So for like everything that's going on, either Vic Beasley is too scared to even talk to them because you get the coronavirus through your phones or whatnot. But they just really need Vic Beasley, and if he just like somewhat like says like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had personal problems to deal with," and he comes right back. I mean, the Titans would still need Mike Vrabel would still need an exclamation from Vic Beasley on why he's been ignoring the franchise and why he hasn't been, like talkative or he doesn't seem like he even wants to be with that organization at this point. He like it seems like that he doesn't really like the whole COVID situation going on, and like a lot of people are having that situation. Like I think 60 players so far have opted out of the season, which apparently the media thought there would be more than that. But anyways, like Tre'Davious White, he posted on Instagram or Twitter, whichever one he did, that his wife's or girlfriend's grandfather passed away due to COVID, and his 11-month-old daughter, and he doesn't think that it's safe enough, even though it's, the protocols making it safe as possible for him. And, I mean, there isn't much else that the NFL can do at this point, and the NFL's done all they could with COVID, even though it's an airborne disease and it's not germ related. Like, if someone touches a doorknob, then I touch a doorknob. I mean, if that person wasn't in contact with any diseases and you weren't in contact with any diseases, you're not going to get sick. That's just how it is. And COVID is airborne, so whether you're on the field or you're at home, sitting at home, like, you need to breathe inside your home. So air is going to be coming into your house, and air is going to be outside on that field, and there could be air somewhere, not guaranteed, that the coronavirus is lingering within that air, and you're going to get sick regardless. So I just wanted to point that out, because I can't really do that on social media that much. Instagram isn't big on COVID, it's just mainly random people. Twitter is more of the politic-related and COVID-related side of things, at least as far as I've seen. I'm kind of new to social media and stuff. But, other news, Sean McCoy went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, signed a one-year deal with them. I still haven't seen how much money McCoy is going to be making with the 1 year with the Buccaneers. But, I mean, that's another huge addition for the Buccaneers. I mean, if you think about it, I didn't really think that there were, like, no-name running backs that the Buccaneers had. Like, the only people that really knew who the Buccaneers running backs were Buccaneers fans. And, like, they never had any big-name running backs for a while now. And now that McCoy is on the Buccaneers, I mean, he's been going into decline. We've been able to see that. But he's still Shady McCoy. He was an anchor for the Bills in his 4 or 5 years with the Bills. He was one of the only reasons why the Bills' offense was able to even move on defenses, because the Bills were so bad. And McCoy is going to be able to really elevate the Buccaneers' offense. I see the Buccaneers' offense now as one of the best offenses in the league, up there with the Chiefs, Ravens, and Saints. I think they've really stapled their team as one of the best in the league. I still don't think that they're going to win a Super Bowl this year. Maybe next year, who knows? But this year, I do not see the Buccaneers winning a Super Bowl whatsoever. Even though McCoy is now on the team, I think he's going to make an impact, but I don't think he's going to make a huge impact. I mean, the media didn't the media wasn't too talkative about it. When the Patriots and Tom Brady were just trying to work out a deal, the media was talking about it every single day on every single show. NFL Now, NFL Total Access, Good Morning Football, all those shows, including on YouTube. Countless people have been posting videos. Is Tom Brady going to stay with the Patriots? Is he going to go somewhere else? Is he going to retire? And it's just it's not a super huge thing if the media doesn't talk too much that LeSean McCoy is with the Buccaneers. So I think he'll elevate that offense, but not to a level where they're going to have an amazing running game. They'll have a good running game. They will not have a solid running game. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. It was probably like a second for you guys, but it was like 4 minutes for me. Anyways, so yeah, that's it for McCoy, and just look at something else. We look at the Jamal Adams thing. I don't know if I mentioned that last week or not. I don't know if this happened like a few days ago or whatever. But more important note, most people already know that Jamal Adams is already with the Seahawks and everything, and Jets got 2 first-round picks and everything. But I want to look at Jadeveon Clowney on the Seahawks. I think he's already a free agent at this point. But nobody wants Jadeveon Clowney. He's one of the best defensive ends in the league, and nobody wants him. That's mind-boggling for me that nobody wants him. I mean, maybe no one has any money. Maybe there's a lot of young players that teams are working with out there, or something else. I don't know. But yeah, I'm surprised Jadeveon Clowney does not have a job yet. I really hope he does. That guy's a beast, but it better be in the NFC, because I highly doubt the Bills are interested in him at this point. And I don't want to deal with Jadeveon Clowney when the Bills make the playoffs or in the regular season schedule. So that's basically all I have to say. Jadeveon Clowney does want a lot of money though, so that's could be another reason. Teams spent the majority of their money in free agency and on draft picks and everything, that they just don't have enough money to sign him, even though Mahomes got a 10-year, $503 million deal. But besides from that, it's kind of crazy still that he's just not having a job yet. Yeah, not much else to say about him. And a bunch of pictures have been released of players in their new jerseys. Tom Brady's already been out there. Other players like Teddy Bridgewater, Calais Campbell, Phillip Rivers, DeAndre Hopkins, Stephon Diggs, which I find really cool, and none of it's Photoshop anymore. It's all legit. It's kind of weird seeing Calais Campbell in a different jersey, but anyways, again, training camp has been going on with all their protocols and face masks and everything. So it'll be interesting to see what this season brings. But there isn't much else to say. I will I'll be keeping you guys updated on the Tre'Davious White thing that's going on over on my Instagram, so you guys better make sure to go on my Instagram and follow me there so you guys see exclusive stuff. I haven't been doing that many exclusive things recently, but I am trying to get back onto the swing of things. So yeah, I'll leave a link for my Instagram in the description below. Again, my Twitter is still suspended, so I'll not be leaving that in the description below, because who wants to follow a suspended account that's not going to be doing anything? So, yeah, I really hope Tre'Davious White stays with the Bills. And as I say, life forms out!